How did you spot a fake veteran immediately? I was at a bar near the base when this guy approached me. Mid-30s, buzz cut, wearing a Marines t-shirt. Started talking about his service the moment he sat down. Yeah, I did 3 tours in Afghanistan, he said. Special forces. Can't talk about most of it. Classified stuff, you know? Red flag number 1. Real special forces guys don't announce it to strangers in bars. They usually avoid the topic altogether. He bought me a beer and kept talking. I was a master sergeant in the Army Rangers. Did some serious black ops missions. Stuff that would make your hair stand on end. I nodded politely. What years were you deployed? 2008 to 2012. Straight through. No leave, no breaks, just constant combat operations. That's impossible. Military rotations don't work like that. You get R&R, you come home between deployments, nobody stays downrange for 4 straight years. Then he started getting specific. I remember this one firefight near Kandahar. Must have killed 30 Taliban with my M16. Single-handedly saved my entire platoon. Wrong weapon. Rangers use M4s, not M16s. And nobody talks about kill counts like video game statistics. Real combat veterans don't brag about taking lives. My squad leader recommended me for the Medal of Honor, he continued, but it got downgraded to a Silver Star because of politics. You know how it is. The Medal of Honor doesn't get downgraded to anything. Each medal has specific criteria. You either meet them or you don't. I decided to test him. Which FOB were you stationed at? FOB Alpha, he said confidently. Biggest base in Afghanistan. Had like 10,000 troops. FOB Alpha doesn't exist. I made it up. Any real veteran would have asked for clarification or mentioned an actual base name. What was your MOS? I asked. 11 Bravo, he said. Infantry, but I cross-trained in explosives, communications, medical, everything. I was basically a one-man army. 11. Bravo is correct for infantry, but the way he said it was wrong. Real soldiers don't describe themselves as one-man armies. That's Hollywood nonsense. He pulled out his phone. Want to see some photos from my deployment? The pictures were clearly downloaded from the internet. Generic combat photos, no personal touches, no unit insignia visible. Real deployment photos show specific people, places, inside jokes. This is me after a firefight, he said, showing a photo of a soldier I recognized from a news article about Iraq, not Afghanistan. That's when I knew for certain. He was stolen valor through and through. Listen, I said calmly, I'm active duty. Been to Afghanistan twice. Nothing you're saying adds up. His face went white. Started backtracking immediately. Oh, well, some details are classified. Can't talk about specific operations. What unit were you with? 1st Battalion, 75th Rangers, he stammered. Which company? Silence. He had no idea how military units are organized. I think you should leave, I said, before I call the MPs. He stood up quickly, threw some money on the bar and rushed out. Never saw him again. The bartender came over. What was that about? Fake veteran, I explained. Happens more than you'd think. Some people want the respect without earning it. Found out later he'd been pulling the same routine at bars across town. Free drinks, sympathy from women, discounts at stores, using our service as a pickup line. The real tragedy? While he was playing soldier for attention, actual veterans were struggling with PTSD, unemployment, and readjustment issues, getting help they actually needed. 2 weeks later, saw him at a different bar. Same story, different audience. This time he was Navy SEALs, claimed he was on the team that got Bin Laden. I didn't intervene, just called the local VFW. They have volunteers who handle these situations, politely but firmly expose the lies. The stolen valor community is small but persistent. They study real stories, memorize military terminology, buy authentic looking gear, but they always make mistakes. Real veterans don't need to prove anything. We lived it. The fake ones are performing it.